It's time!
Yo, what's going on? Man, hitting the record button, doing the live stream, completely different to YouTube. Just something I'm gonna have to get ready about. That's why I got the little keyboard. Is that gonna get annoying? Anyway. So I'm gonna check out the ToneMaster Pro today. I'm working on a video, doing a bunch of Soldano SLO-100 comparisons. This is something I've been working on for a while, and quite often I'll start working on a video, put it on the back burner, and then circle back to it, and that's kind of what's happening now. So yeah, I've got to track someone down with a Soldano. It's not an SLO-100, but he's going to reamp some stuff for me, and I'm going to check out the Mercurial one, the ToneMaster Pro. I can't even think I've got a spreadsheet with all this information. But anyway, I'm just going to check out the ToneMaster Pro one today. And I also thought it was cool to do a live patch, like dial this in. You know, I don't use this stuff every day. I have so many units around here, so just getting reacquainted to it before I do the actual task. That's some sort of stuff I'm going to do in the stream. So yeah, new patch here. Let's dial it in. I could do it on screen. I actually find the ToneMaster Pro stuff a little bit easier to do on screen, but we'll just do it here so you can see how the software works. So I'm going to start with a gate, a metal gate. It's always the best one. I'm always going to use a tube screamer, so I'll get that going. Just go with that one. Get the Soldano happening. It feels weird. I should put music on in the background or be listening to something. It's just like dead air. This is going to sound great. Oof, tasty. What sort of cab we're going to use? When I do the actual comparisons, I'll use a like for like IR, obviously, so we can do that kind of thing. But just for messing around and getting a basic sound happening today, can't go wrong with a Mesa. Sorry, my half the comments on my fluff video is like, this guy can't pronounce Mesa. He keeps saying Mesa. I'm in Australia. We say things that way. It's just many people here would say Mesa Boogie. The vast majority of people would say Mesa Boogie. No one says Mesa. But anyway, yeah, if you have presets for this stuff, that's how they're gonna come out, a little bit branched. I won't use my preset because I don't want to just keep jumping to the same stuff. Gonna mute. I'm just trying to try and mute my mic every time I strum so I don't hear that clanging sort of. Incredibly dark, but you know, it's getting there. What are we using here? Cap 7B. Start with a 57, then we'll see how that goes. Mess around. I know typically for the ToneMaster stuff, I like it around there. I'm just gonna save this. Save this. I didn't even check the amp settings. Let's just make sure they're all, yeah, they're all noon-ish. Yeah, that looks about right. Just trying to keep those levels in check. I don't want that master too high because you get that power amp saturation, but you know, somewhere around there should be fine. But now that the track's a little bit low, I could offset the interface input. Yeah, that's about right. That is good. How's the turns going, mate? We just fired everything up. We're dialing in a Soldano SLO-100 on the ToneMaster Pro. So pretty simple stuff. Noise gate here. Turn it off. Oof, gross. I live on top of some like Arctic radio waves or something. I don't know. When there's a certain combination of gear going on around here, I just have like this electrical buzz. It comes and goes. It's better on some days, worse on others. It's totally just from the pickups. Like when I do my amp captures, that sort of sound doesn't come through the gear itself, but as soon as you have something that's just like listening to the room, like a pickup or something, you just get that crazy. Mixed with the unique scenario of me gaining the heck out of every amp. I need gates. I love gates. I need gates. But yeah, that seems it's fine. I'm still in the job there. The noise gate. Sorry, the tube screamer. Typically, just do like a kiss of drive. I mean, I know we all like our software the way but I hate when I double click things. It just does that. It brings up this sidebar. I get it. I just like to double click something. It centers. That's okay. I'm typically doing things on the unit, but today I'm just going to do things here. And then I'll crank the level, blend 100%. Whenever I play gear, I always feel like there's like this underlying gain DNA or like underlying structure and everything. And when I hear this and I play it, I'm like, this thing has the source. I mean, whether it's the most accurate thing, I don't know. Whether it has the most accurate impedance curves, all that sort of stuff, I don't know. But when I dial things in, I gain the shit out of them. They sound good, and that's pretty much like half the battle with this stuff. It's still not bright enough for me. Let's mess around with the cap here. Man, did you see how savage that high cut filter was on like 4K? I wish on the ToneMaster they would just like, I know what they're trying to do, they're trying to like make sure that you get a nice sound and everything, but that high cut filter down to 4K is savage. Start at like 10 or something. Because now I'll go back to my original mic position, I think it was there. I mean, it's still not enough, but... Yeah, I mean, all the controls are there, but sometimes, I mean, I'm just like to complain. I know other, just get used to your unit, I guess. Like that definitely would have thrown me off for ages. But in the back of my mind, I knew the low cuts and high cuts that they do are pretty savage. Like 125 for a low cut, that makes sense. 4K for a high cut, way too crazy. But I mean, that's pretty good without too much. Bit of a, I killed the prom queen there. I'm in drop C, not drop B. I don't like the pitch shifting. Chuck it on. I find it not the best. I was using the Boss IR2. I just unplugged it. I don't know why I unplugged it, but I was using this into the ToneMaster, and it was doing an excellent job at pitch shifting things down. The tiniest bit of latency, but totally fine for gigging and stuff. For recording, I'd question it. I think you get used to it. It's one of those things that if you played enough, you get used to it. But then when you switch it off, it feels faster. So then, yeah, I think it's with all the pitch shifting pedals. They've all got a little bit of stuff. But from memory, the ToneMaster one was a little bit worse. Pedal detune, pedal shifter. Oh yeah, this is like. It's weird, this one, because you can't do the yeah, what the hell? Probably should read a manual. Virtual capo. I don't think I've tried this one. The detune looks fine. Looks like what I remember, but not this. I need to crank the volume here because I can hear the guitar. I can't tell how well it's shifting. It's going to be loud. That's actually pretty good. So that's just one down. Let's take it to North Lane levels. The best part about failing live on stream is that it's there forever and everybody gets to see it, so that's good. But actually, that is usable. That is totally fine. Resolution high, tracking fast. Interesting. Let's go with that. Total brain implosion. That is sounding pretty good with minimal effort. When I dial things in for the actual Soldano comparison, I'll probably nerd out with the settings. But yeah, it's funny. I read so many discussions online where people just like, I mean, I know the ToneMaster sits in a weird place between like all the flagship stuff, but the reality is if you bought one and you're gigging with it or using it on a daily basis, I still think it's a pretty awesome unit. The Soldano sounds are awesome. The EVH stealth sounds are awesome. Again, I don't like, even when I had a fractal unit, I sort of just like gravitate to the same 2 or 3 amps because I just don't have the thirst for like exploring every single amp that they own. But stuff's pretty good. The cab's pretty good. I'll eventually load my own IR. I think the impedance curves, are they add cab? I don't think I've seen this. I did update the firmware recently. Look at that, man. Oh, that's awesome. I need to mess around with that. I haven't even seen that. That is very cool. I'm behind the 8 ball. Yes. Okay, that makes sense. Who's the guy? Jason Stillwell. He commented on my ToneMaster video from like a year ago saying that they did fix this. Man, that's awesome. Okay, we'll mess around with this stuff. And I am coming into the interface on stereo, so we can take advantage of the dual cab sound. That's awesome. Yeah, the tracking. I mean, traditionally, I've never used the pitch shifting stuff. I know like heaps of people into the pitch shifting. I just went the route of buying way too many guitars, and I'm pretty good for 6 strings. Like I cover, I think, drop G or G sharp all the way up to standard. But occasionally I just get the the odd track that just calls for something different. And it's like, man, I can't keep buying guitars. And then there's 7 string stuff. When you deal with 7 string tunings, they have them in like multiple different ways, and it's like, I think I need to be a bit smarter about this. I think I need to set up these guitars with pitch shifting in mind, where I can just go plus and minus 1, and then I can get a little bit more use out of them. Just especially with like the string setups. Like I hate. I have this set up with what I have. I don't know. I've got a spreadsheet here with the elixirs and everything. And if I just want to go up or down a couple semitones, it just means I have to change. I don't mind changing strings, but I have to think about the gauges, and then Elixir doesn't have that specific set, so then I need to go buy this other brand, and it just like has this whole cascading effect of like, you know what, this guitar is in a really good setup. I like how it plays. I play with it all the time. I just want to pitch shift it. Bang, that's the solution. The quality might not be 100% there like it is for recording, but just, I'm not a recording studio. I'm just a dude that plays guitar, and I want to play songs in different tunings, and I guess you just have to embrace that. And yeah, the pitch shifting stuff is very handy lately. It's something that I never really gave too much credit before. Let's just add in some basic delays. Again, I do use the ToneMaster, but I just use the same couple settings. Like I don't really dive in here and mess with the stuff, so it's just a bit of a fresh way to do it. Is that ping pong? I don't know if it is. Oh, is this some weird like stereo ping pong or something? Huh. Strange. Let's go for the stereo aura. Is this? Ah, it's because it's going through the cabs. Let me. How do I? I fucked up my cabs, haven't I? Yeah, remove cab 2. Yeah, let's just go to the original. Okay, now we got the stereo going, so let's go back to the ping pong. There we go. Again, people have these light social critiques on like the quality of delay. I mean, this just sounds like a good delay to me. I don't know. I'm not saying that I'm wrong. I'm saying I just don't hear it. This just. I'm not going to set up the foot switches. I could go to the effort of doing that. It would make my tap dance. Hey, I just lost my delay. Oh, I didn't save it, and I removed. Rookie mistake. That's fine. It was just a quick little. Where are we? Ping pong guy. Bring the mix down. Bring the feedback down. It is epically loud in here. I need to reduce the room sound. I know the Axe-FX2 is like dinosaur tech, but man, when I had the Axe-FX2 and I was actually gigging like back in the day, I was not getting these sounds and the effort that I had to go through, and I had to like help my band member out. So I would dial things in home, and then I would play with them at band rehearsal. Then I would tweak things at band rehearsal. But then he had his Axe-FX2 and it was pretty computer illiterate, so I had to do his one. I fully appreciate this unit. I know like he would probably just get a quad cortex these days. I know the units are so much easier, but because I've lived that pain of like the older digital stuff, I see the benefits of these for what they are. Yeah, let me know if the stream's lagging. I think I've got my audio offset, so it should be okay. Any of the Hometown Heroes remember that one? Old band stuff. I realized I didn't even share the stream. to my Discord. Full rookie amateur hour stuff. Give me a sec. But you're going to check out some videos. I've been doing that on these streams. I keep saying that I don't have time in my... It's not that I don't have time. I don't have the mental time to watch all of my peers' videos. I've just chosen a couple from Henning and Kai down. You know what? I'll let's rip one of those. Actually, I do have something super cool to show. I'll do it in between the videos a bit later, just because I have something to watch. But yeah, so Kai got the I'm sure you've heard of Crab amps by now. The I won't say knockoff, but I guess the clone amp builder from the Ukraine. He's been building heaps of the Mesa Mark series amps. He does an EVH, I believe. Yeah, so he's got the Sun Model T clone here. I'm not a Sun aficionado. I'm not a Crab aficionado, but let's see what it sounds like.
Power amp for this. This is a 50-watt amp with 5 different... We have a 3-band EQ, we have presence, and then we have volume for the channel and a master volume. That's a really nice like edge of breakup tone where it's starting to get a little bit of hair on it, but it's not super sparkly clean. We will see if we can get a little bit more grit out of it by lowering the master volume and bringing up the channel volume.
Come on, man. Gain the shit out of it. That's all we want to hear.
You know what? That is pretty much the tone that I...
Let me know if the computer audio is leaking into the microphone. Let me know if you're hearing like the double effect thing going on there. I'm gonna record this so I can watch it back. But yeah, that's sick. That emo sort of Alexis on Fire interlude stuff. I can definitely hear that like mid gain sort of thing going on. What's the pedal he was looking at?
The front end of high gain amps, but it also does sound...
Yeah, I mean, like this sound is it's not my sort of sound. Like that anything with like fuzz is just generally not my thing. I like that sharp distortion, tube screamer, EVH sort of stuff, Ghost Inside sort of tone, that sort of thing. So anything in that mid gain realm, I like it less mid gainy with like delay and ambience, shoegaze sort of stuff. But for like distortion, it just sounds weird to me. I don't know what it is. And I think I'm prepared to say I'm fully uncultured with this stuff and I probably need to get better with it, but yeah, not my jam. I mean, it's cool. I can hear it in maybe like more 90s songs like Smashing Pumpkins and that sort of stuff. I can hear it working. But yeah, it's like, it's not aggressive. Like I sort of grew up with skate punk, like Marshalls and Maces. This seems to like shave off the transients or something. I don't know. Like I sort of get it. I'm just saying a whole bunch of nothing. It's just not my jam. I don't know how to justify it. But yeah, it's cool.
For with this amplifier, I was looking for something that I didn't have covered already that would work really well with pedals, and this seems to be just the ticket. I would like to mention this isn't a sponsored video, as I
guess that's the cool thing about the Crab stuff. Like the quality, I was a little bit iffy on it at first, but like enough people have got the Crab amps. It's sort of checked out, which is pretty impressive. So if you're not super into that sound, but you still want the amp and not the amp sim, I think these hover about $550 US plus shipping, which is, it's not crazy. if you don't want the real deal. I mean, I can't even imagine how much a Sun amp costs these days. But yeah, what's the next one? Oh yeah, I didn't actually hear. Like I saw the release of this. I didn't actually. I've not heard what this pedal sounds like. Oh yeah, just look at my tabs. No offense to these guys, but I think I clicked on this one that I saw old mate Andrew had a video, and I usually gravitate to him. I had my mic muted, but I said it was eye candy. Very good looking pedal. Yeah, he's a Jack White's a lifestyle brand at the moment. Yeah, I just like when they
Little slapback delay here with just one repeat.
It's kind of what I thought. I knew just being a JHS and Jack White release, it's going to be some weird thing that sounds pretty good, but just not for my style of playing. I get that like Dead Kennedy sort of vibe, you know, a police truck. It's got that, I think it's a Roland Space Echo sort of intro. Yeah, pretty cool. It's not for me. Great design on the pedal and everything.
Hey, I'm Kai, and today
he's doubling up on the Kai videos.
I'm excited to be checking out the Night Terror Overdrive pedal by Spooky Vibes Effects. This pedal has recently spiked in popularity after showing up on Will Putney's pedal board in the Better Lovers rig rundown. It is an overdrive pedal, but it sort of has it's still undergained enough that the controls on the Night Terror are super straightforward. It's purely a good
like I said, I'm typically week to week will probably be scooping up some of the videos I haven't seen. I'll speedrun watching them because I'm not going to sit here for hours just pillaging other people's content, but just sort of going through it, getting the top level takeaway. So yeah, there's two of Kai's videos that I wanted to watch, but man, that's so much better tone than the Sun, completely different to the Sun Model T, but he's in the wheelhouse now, you know.
As you can hopefully tell, it wasn't doing a ton there, but if we bring the drive up a little bit and boost the Now there is also a low-end control on this one that can take your tone from tight to fat. I believe this is an active EQ section that can both cut the bass as well as boost it. The midway point isn't doing an awful lot to my tone, but we'll cut it and see what that does. One thing I ought to mention
What do these go for? $200. Was it a NAM capture or ToneX or something?
This is a really nice tone, but you'll notice as we start cutting a lot of that bass, we lose some drive. So let's make up for it with the drive knob.
It's got that like full-blown knocked loose thing. It's like super throaty in the mids. Not massively my thing, but I could definitely make use of this. I mean, I could use like 100. I could use hundreds of boost pedals, and they all have their different flavors and stuff. Yeah, sweet. I'll check it out in the Discord. I'll leave the links to the Discord so if you're not on there. Sounds like there's some good freebies.
The drive nice and low.
I don't know if it's his pedal, but he's running all these amps extremely not overgained. Like I go crazy with the gain just to get that like Misha purr. I was trying to think of the words, the purr under the hand, but it's a lot dry here. It reminds me of like Slipknot, which is just a different thing.
While filming that last bit,
oh man, it's too real. Too real.
Broke a string on the Woodman, so I'm switching back to the PRS S2 in drop C. I guess we'll have to hear the amp again unboosted, just with this guitar instead.
PRS with Virtue is so sick. Yeah, cool. So the Night Terror, yeah, I'd never heard of it. If Will Putney has mentioned a pedal, it's definitely selling. So I
used to think that if a guitar,
that's a good thing. And yeah, John is the king of these like clickbait videos. Like you, yeah, which are the best budget brand. It's like you have to click on it. I'm like, who are you talking about? I don't know who you're talking about. So you have to click on it. You have to listen. You have to watch some videos.
Was made,
he's got his shit dialed in. Let me tell you.
In China, the quality could never be as good as, say, a guitar made in the USA, Japan, or even South Korea.
Kind of Kiesel-ish looking. I don't know. They all sort of blend in together. It's like a telly body. Is that headstock really fanning backwards like that? I've said it before and I'll say it again, man. John, the tracks that he pumps out week to week are just crazy. He's just a riff factory. He's got his shit dialed the hell in. I actually saw this Zuda video. He's been using it a lot lately. I don't know when he got it, but I looked up the price of them. They are not cheap. They are not a cheap amp, but they look so weird. And so I had a Nokia N-Gage, if you know those phones. I gravitate to like weird stuff. And that Zuda amp, just yeah, I had both of those, both the different models, the old one and the newer one. The Zuda is the N-Gage of rack amps. But man, yeah, there's something weird. Such a sick sound. I mean, he gets a good sound out of everything, but yeah, you will be mine one day.
All right, that sounded pretty good, right? And this guitar also looks beautiful. This
it is sick.
Key Pro guitar. Now this is the X Metal T6.
Key Pro
it's basically
X.
a modern Tele style guitar. Really beautiful. And this is the Ash one. So I believe they also make these with different body woods and stuff. Now quickly for that demo song, the signal chain is as follows. The guitar
US.
with the bridge pickup for the heavy stuff and the neck pickup for the clean stuff.
Reasonable.
The guitar was
Solar
plugged
prices.
into my pedal board, which I only used for 2 effects. I used the wah at the beginning of the song for that lead guitar and some reverb with my fractal hat. So a couple weeks ago, I was at Guitar Summit, which is an awesome event in Germany. It's like the place to be. if you're interested in guitars and guitar gear and amplifiers, pedals, and all that good stuff. And I attended a bunch of other YouTubers, you know, and all sorts of brands, you ask me. And in terms of the electronics, for the pickups, we have these beautiful YHL Pluto buckers. And they look really beautiful since they have wooden bobbins and, you know, these gold screws, again, with gold accents on the bridge as well. So it makes it look
Yeah, it looks
quite
like it.
classy. I don't know who make these pickups. Maybe they make them themselves. I don't know, but they sound pretty good. More on that in a second. And then, of course, we also have...
Did he say hip shoulders or like a, you know, like off-brand quack shot or something?
One that caught my eye, especially because it looks... So this is the X, so I guess tell well. And as I mentioned, absolutely beautiful, resonant and flame maple top over here. Very smooth, heavy too, so it's a comfortable... A volume control, and then this Zuda boost control for the Zuda core, which again I'll get to in a minute, right? In terms of the fit and finish of the guitar, I think it's beautiful of where the sort of in the B-roll, but that's like the only flaw that I could...
Don't know if he said... Yeah, what's he talking about with the Zuda core?
Too, for a nice sort of mid-gain crunch. It's not a lot of gain, right? But let me demonstrate the Zuda core boost, which is positioned where the tone control would be normally. Now, this control doesn't do anything right now since I've not enabled the boost. To enable the boost, just pull up the knob, and at the lowest position, it already adds a little bit of output and some sparkle.
Let's normalize chucking boosts in guitars because that's just super handy.
So that's with the boost on and off again. On again. Let's do the same thing with the neck pickup. So off. Gain a little bit here. Cool, that's a cool and full sound, but it doesn't have enough gain, right? Let's add some gain with the boost until we get the most satisfying chugs.
Yeah. What was it again, man? That brand is Kypro. Heaps of these brands are not going to hit Australia. Let's be real. They're like USA, Europe things. I'll keep an ear to the ground. Interesting. It's a very good guitar. $800. Huh? That boost. I wonder why it wasn't coming up. I don't know if it's like specific to that model or something. Interesting. But I'm gonna sneak this in. I didn't want to talk about this in the title of the video, but if you see in the background, what's oh, look at that. Picked up why am I brain farting here? Bamboo Labs P1S printer. I've had that for a couple months now. I've been messing around with it, printing all kinds of stuff around the house, man. 3D printers. It's like my new obsession, just like fully getting into it. I wanted to do some pedal board stuff, and I'm learning like the CAD software side of things, so that's been a like challenge in itself, just drawing things out and getting used to it. But yeah, I hate getting pedals, and I like obviously Velcro is annoying. But if I get like a pedal on loan, I'm not going to shove Velcro on it. And whenever I go to film it, I've tried so many different solutions in filming it, but something pretty cool I came up with was putting these like backing plates, like a 3D printed that backing plate, so it just snaps into place on the pedal. And then I've got the little pins in the back for the pegboard if I lean back and get out of focus, which it's probably not. So all those pedals are just hanging with gravity. They've been up for like 2 weeks now. I wanted to make sure before I even talk about it that they don't fall and everything. So that's pretty cool. And then I am making a little desk mount here, so when I go to film pedal reviews, I don't have to use adhesive or anything. I just have a cool little stand here, a modular stand. I can just pull the thing out, and that's sort of what it looks like. I'm going to be doing a video about this, and I'll probably share the files out there so other people could download them. You have to make these like brackets to size, so that's going to be a challenge if like somebody has a pedal that I don't have. But just designing something for around here, I just really love this solution. I don't need to put any adhesive on there, and it's like, it's rock solid, it's not moving anywhere. If I have to do anything, it's just that the plate moves a little bit, so when I mess around with the settings. But I can reinforce this with the back, just with the modeling. I might do some like cable routing with this. I did think about making like a whole pedal board, but I'm not using a pedal board. I really, at the end of the day, it was just designing something for myself, and the fruits of my labor, literally just printed that yesterday. Very, very awesome stuff. So yeah, there's gonna be a video on that later. Yes, clean. That's man, when there's two pedals on there. Remember when I said I had a Nokia N-Gage? I just love weird stuff. That's sort of what I was going for. I know that other people with these setups, because whenever I watch a pedal demo, I always like, are they using double-sided tape? What are they just like, you know, the Ola, the classic, just like hanging the pedal over the edge. That sort of stuff just grinds my gears a little bit. But yeah, just having this, filming, just hovering in the air. I know the people in the know will be like, man, how the hell are they hanging there? And yeah, just completely over-engineered, because I like doing that stuff. I think, yeah, I did have some challenges with the this one here, like the Boss, the power on the SD1. So I had to like make a little cutout there. Sometimes the side jacks are a little these ones are fine, but sometimes they're super low. Like on the Tone X1 pedal, the jacks are really low, and sometimes like this looks like the Tone X1 pedal, and then you go to measure it, and they're actually like 1 mil difference, which actually makes all the difference. I could do like a strap thing around them. I thought about so many different designs, but my like high level thing was like, I just want to get a pedal. I just want to take this pedal with nothing on the back. I just want to get this plate, which I've even inscribed. I'm going to catch the light. Got the little name in there, which is pretty awesome. I just want to be able to push that in there. Have it sort of click in. Boom. Good to go. Whack it on there. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. That's what I've been spending some of my time with. Just the designs, fair bit of effort, but we're there now. I've got it all saved, so that's been awesome. I've got a few other audio related things like stands for audio interfaces, and the ToneMaster Pro. When the Stadium comes out, I'll do some stands for that. But yeah, I might end up selling this stuff, but it's just like a labor of love first, and just the thrill of like designing something and seeing it used by people is awesome. I might even I did think about sending some of these out to like Kai and a few of those guys, but man, I'm just going to get beaten up on shipping. Hey, like I don't mind the cost of materials, and if they're in Australia, like I might send Leon a whole bunch of stuff. I don't care about that, but international shipping, just sending something to someone for like $60-$70 times X amount of people, you know, be able to pocket $300-$400 just for sending some gifts, which is crazy.
And hello, guitar people.
But yeah, onto Henning. What's oh yeah, he was looking. I mean, I might have been reaching for this one. I just really wanted to see it. Only Ball Toolkit. Okay, I just wanted to see the brand that he was using.
Hello one and all, my name is Rambus, my friends call me Fluff, and today on Roofs, Beards, and Gear, we're going to check out the all-new Black Oyster MIDI drum kit from Dramatica. That room, it's amazing sounding. Now, the Black Oyster kit from Dramatica, shall we?
No, it's just drum software. Message me on Discord. We'll work something out. Yeah, if you have some pedals are like the same size as mine, yeah, we'll work something out. I'll send you a bunch of stuff, because I'd be fascinated to get this in the hands of some other people just to test it out and see how they go with it. And considering I know about 4 people in all of Australia that are into this stuff and can see the vision here, then yeah, so it'd be interesting. I did also think about like a 500 series rack. Not quite the same, but like a similar sort of idea, like having that kind of thing on your desk. There's sort of space considerations because each pedal is a little bit you know, bigger and smaller. But I thought that'd be pretty cool to have on your desk, and then you just have like, what is it, horizontal access or vertical access to all your pedals like that. But again, I think of these use cases and I'm like, is anyone actually going to use this? I don't know. But yeah, maybe it'll grow to something like that. But yeah, these are just drum samples. I wanted to hear the Black Oyster kit. Fail. The 500 series I was talking about was this. Just this sort of setup when they have like the mixing gear. So I thought about doing that for pedals, and just having something on your desk. But then like, I just want to try and reduce bulk. So I don't know if I want to have like pedals on my desk here. Maybe somebody's yearning for it, but it's just not something that I wanted. But I did think about maybe when I get a new desk, I might like sink some holes into it and then have some space. But yeah, endless ideas of what you can do, and then it's like, what's realistic, you know?
All right, now that I got the full mix out of the way, let's go ahead and do a little bit of a walkthrough. Let's hang out. I'm going to show you around the plugin itself. I'm going to play a
Bro, I finished Arc Raiders. We smashed it. We're goated.
couple of different MIDI beats, and I'm going to show you just all of the things.
There's a couple more people in chat, so I'll show you my big brain idea. I don't know if you guys saw it, but yeah, I've been 3D printing these mounts. Get the camera going. Get the camera going. 3D printing these mounts. They just snap into the pedal. I know Drew's not that into it, but you know, if Drew wanted some of these, I'd send them out to Drew. I'd waste my money on shipping for him. But yeah, they just snap into place. And then there's a whole different range of ideas. So I'm gonna start filming my pedal videos with this guy, which is pretty cool. It's just a pegboard. But yeah, in my mind, I'm like, please don't fall on stream. But no, this stuff's pretty solid. This is a new boost pedal here from Vic Audio. I talked about it last week. I got to do a review on that. He's from the Ukraine, so not crab amps, but some more heavy shit coming out of the Ukraine. And yeah, they just come off and on very easy. Again, like the regular guitarist is not really going to use this stuff. Like just use a pedal board. Shove Velcro on your pedals. But if you're filming YouTube content, it's pretty it's very handy to have something just like there, you know. I was using double-sided tape for a while. I actually took the Velcro off all these pedals. Like heaps of these pedals are secondhand. They had Velcro on them. I took them off, and then I'd Velcroed some pedals. So all my pedals are Velcro-less now. And again, this goes all the way back to the use case of like, you know, Boss sent me the poly shifter. I want to film a video. I don't really want to double-sided tape the bottom. I don't really want to chuck Velcro on the back, but I can print a case to spec and just whack it in there. Super easy stuff. Probably like 3 people on the earth that are doing that kind of thing. But anyway, so there will be videos on that, but just something I've been messing around with. And yeah, we're just checking out the Black Oyster drum kit from Fluv.
That the Black Oyster Kit plugin has. All right, we're going to go through the reverbs. I'm going to show you the EQ section, the one-shot section to add and layer in some samples if you so choose. We're going to go through the individual snares and kick drums, etc., etc. Let's just hang out and go through the plugin. All right, so I have the Black Oyster Kit from Dramatica open. I'm going to take you through it. We're going to play some samples. We're just kind of poke around. We're going to hang out. We're going to have some fun. This is an intuitive, so you can just skip it.
I mean, I'm not going to watch the whole video. I just wanted to hear quickly how the kit sounded. But yeah, I'll show you. I quickly dialed in the Soldano here on the ToneMaster Pro, goated modeler, obviously. also discovered, the virtual capo is really not too bad here either. The monitor I'm using up there is very dark, so I couldn't even see that hidden there. What's that? -2. Let's check it out. Yeah, so I will do the Soldano comparison. I just want to, honestly, just get a little bit more reacquainted with the ToneMaster Pro. Let's flick this out for the TS10. The meathead, don't know. There's more things I can't say about the ToneMaster, but we can check out the amps. My brain's just like boom amps, Vox, a couple Marshalls, a couple of Marshalls that aren't JVM, at least the 800's there. The Slash amp, Friedman, the goated EVH, Soldano, Rockverb. I don't know which one you're talking about, but that's all the stuff there. This is the latest public firmware release, the ToneMaster. Yeah, so I'm not sure about the meathead. They don't seem to add heaps of amps. They seem to add heaps of pedals. Like they did a whole bunch of bass amps the last time, but they seem to be adding heaps of pedals. Like even the reverbs, I'm a meat and potatoes reverb guy, and they add all these, you know, celestial reverb's been there since the beginning, but just heaps of the reverb sort of stuff. I don't know. It goes over my head. I don't know. There's heaps of shit in here. That's as we say. Mate, do not get Amplitude and the ToneMaster Pro mixed up. Completely different. Oh, but I thought Evertunes couldn't bend. How is your Evertune bending? They can't bend. I thought Evertunes couldn't pinch harmonic. grab the Kaiba because I know Drew's lurking. Kiesel's #1 fanboy in chat bullied me into ordering one. The location of the pick jack is so weird. I gotta get used to it. So I got the Kaiba here. I think it's in the. I think it's in drop C. Yeah, the pitch shift is off. The pinch harmonics on the Kaiba are just insane. Terrible, and I think it's just completely wrong. But I think the gate's also cutting off a bit. But the Kaiba, I think it needs a setup. I might have to figure that out. I just get a lot of I'll turn. Listen to this. I have a hard time trying to get it like stopped. It seems to always have this little extra psh, psh going on there, and I think it's a physical thing because I took it from standard tuning down to drop C. I think it's just too loose, so I might need to get some tighter strings. But yeah, awesome stuff. This is one of the easiest guitars to play. It's just so lightweight. I don't know how much this weighs, but man, it's lightweight, and you can see the Balagua and pretty much every other guitar just wants to do. I can't really show you, but wants to like do that with the neck, whereas the Kaiba wants the neck to be there, which is so much easier for playing. The neck access, I mean, who really goes above the 12th fret? Only psychopaths, but you know, if you did need to go above the 12th fret, then you got like pretty good access up here. Love it. Great stuff. No, I was in standard tuning because I was playing some beat down chords. The pickups are so different. I have to dial this gate in. I'm sure the string noise is loud as hell and super annoying, so I got to try and keep muting it. But yeah, what's the? I had a couple more videos. I was kind of done with that. Yeah, these drums, cool.
We're going to play around with this Joyo Jam Buddy 2 today. You can see I'm on the couch with both of the cats. It's actually very rare that both of them chill out like this, so we'll see how much I can annoy them. This is just a variation on my Kitchen Jam series. Maybe we'll call it Cat Jams. But this is a very interesting little practice solution, very affordable. I think these are about $99 US in various places. You've got a...
You know what this looks like? It's like one of these. I have one of these from a neighbor, like back in the day when I was learning guitar. It's got that like, it's like that with knockoff Marshall knobs.
Built-in pair of speakers on here. You've got built-in amp modeling. There's a pretty limited set of amp models in there. I think you've got like a JCM-800 Erecto, some Fenders, and 5150 variations, but what more do you really want out of life? There's a built-in drum machine, a wireless Bluetooth connection.
He was muted the whole time as well. Leon and the cat fam. I was just saying I should get another monitor off to the side. A third monitor just showing me the stream. I've got it here, but it's just, I've got so much stuff going on.
In there, I think you got like a JCM.
But yeah, I was saying this unit looks like the God damn it. Looks like the old Zoom 505s. With some Marshall knobs.
JCM-800 Erecto, some Fenders, and 5150 variations, but I sound like playing through a bunch of cranked 4x12s, but for something like this, it feels pretty good to play. It's nice and immediate on there, plenty of saturation, which I like. So there's a couple of different built-in effects over here. I've got control over the reverb. Let's just turn the mix down a little bit. Let's turn the delay mix up a bit on here. These knobs are little push encoders on here, so if you can kind of see right there, if I push them, I can get various parameters to select between. The amp knob works the same way. And there's a built-in drum machine that I can turn on. We'll hear that a little bit later on there, but what I want to do is add some delay. You've got a selection between a digital and an analog delay. Let's just go digital. So I've got the mix at 30%, I've got the time at 50%, and the feedback at 10%.
Right now it sounds like that Zoom 505 from the early 90s as well.
I like that. Let's maybe try the analog delay model on there just for something different. Okay, I like that. It's darker sounding. I think I can also select between different reverbs. We've got church and we've got hall. Let's just try hall. And there's even some modulation. I think I've got a chorus, a phaser, a tremolo, and a vibrato in there. Let's just add a little bit of chorus to this one.
Leon, you're making us all look bad here, mate. Just chill with the picking thing.
If I click the little Bluetooth button on here, I should be able to pair it with my phone. So it's showed up with Jam Buddy 2. Let's pair with the Jam Buddy, and I'll just play a...
I hate everything about like Bluetoothing something to a phone. If I ever do a video where I'm Bluetoothing a unit like that to my phone and I'm praising it, I'm being paid to do it because I hate it. It's so annoying. I'll let you know that I'm being paid to do it, but yeah. Like the Nano Cortex, I would use it, and I would use like the one tone and I'll happily do it, but like messing around with it constantly, I don't want to pull out a phone or something it's so annoying.
Backing track from my YouTube channel. Let's do that. This one is called, there's an old one, Soulful and Psychedelic Guitar Backing Track in G Minor by me. All right, am I going to get an ad? I'm going to get an ad. something, I can change the tempo on there, I can change the rhythm type, and the
Those are heaps better than I expected, like crummy electronic Phil Collins drums.
overall volume. Boosted option on there. I guess the idea would be you could have, say, your drive mode as the unboosted amp and your lead mode as the boosted amp on there. Then we've got a couple of different Fender models. Let's try that boosted 5153 with 6L6s. I'm keen to hear this.
I mean, man, that sounds pretty good. I know it's hard to hear because he's got the room audio going on, but considering how cheap it is, $158, man. I think the ToneX pedal was more expensive than that. Oh, it's up there. It's up there on the wall. That is disgustingly cheap. It's like $100 US. A bit of a goofy modeler, but yeah. The one thing is, like, so many people are in different situations. Like, I know it's obviously not going to be like a top tier modeler, but somebody might be gigging with it. I'm obviously in my room here, but in the other room, sometimes I work out of here and sometimes I work out of there, just doing things. And it's funny, when I'm in the other room, I'm like, oh, I kind of wish I had like a combo amp out here. Like, you know, I can't be bothered walking 3 meters into this room. I have the guy who has this much gear in his room here. He's like, oh, I should get some more stuff out there. Like, I do think something like this could be cool out there. I actually went through this recently. I've been using my iPad to do just some light practicing out there. I'm going to do a video on that. I bought, where is it? I bought this on a whim. It was like $20 Australian, so probably like $10 American, $12. But yeah, it's a guitar jack on one side, and then it's not focusing. But it's a guitar jack to USB-C. I didn't even know these things existed. I have a portable audio interface, which I was using to test out some NAMM stuff on the iPad, and that was like so-so. And yeah, I thought I'd give this a punt. There's a bit of latency, but I think that's an iPad thing. I don't think the audio interface was much better. But yeah, just having one cable from the guitar straight to the iPad, pretty cool. I've got to pick up the NAMM app and then load some of my own NAMM captures on there. But again, that's why I'm starting to do these streams, because I have these like crackpot ideas and I spend so much time on them, and sometimes they come to fruition and sometimes they don't. Like, it's totally fine for practicing guitar. There's, you know, I have no grand illusions of quality, but you know, if the quality of it sucks, I'm not really going to do a video on it to be like, hey, how good is this crackpot solution? The quality sucks, but it works. It's not really the best video. But if it is good, I'll do a video for it. I think it's going to be good because I'll end up loading my own NAMM captures. The bad thing is it's the iPad audio, which obviously is going to suck. And if I start pumping that into some speakers, you know, that's just, the setup just grows exponentially. I might as well get one of the Spark things, which I really don't want to get, but I did think about that. But yeah, so far this is working good, and I can deal with the iPad speakers just for like a practice at home, very, you know, $10, $20 option. So far that's working pretty well. But this Joyo thing, you know, yeah, it's good. If you didn't have an iPad and you just wanted like a dedicated unit, that's it's pretty bonkers what you get for the money. Like, especially compared to the expensive stuff. That face, he does his face. It's like, I'm better than you. I know you're better than you. He's such a nice guy. We talk a bit. Bro, I think it's both. I think Joyo probably has gotten a fair bit better, just because the quality of like the audio libraries and like the guitar sims libraries is probably just, they have more access to these things, so it's a lot easier to just, you know, grab open source stuff and then build a whole platform on that. But also people like Leon, man, they just get the best tones. There's a couple of YouTubers like Leon, I mean, even Ola, to be honest, like they just get the best tones out of stuff. And then you have to like watch that on some level. Like I digest it just to see what the product's sort of like. There's no way I'm getting my playing to sound this good out of this unit. They're just that good a player. So yeah, that's kind of why I like watching like a variety of content. And I'm under no illusion when people watch my stuff, they watch it for whatever I do well, and then they'll go and watch like 3 other videos if they want to buy something. That's totally to be expected, you know. But yeah, Leon is that good, and I think Joyo probably has gotten a little bit better.
We've come a long way since the humble days of the Zoom 707 that I learned to play guitar on with headphones. This may not be the most compact unit out there, but I feel like there's always a trade-off between stuff being super compact and actually the speakers being slightly bigger than a pair of bumblebees on there. And I think the built-in speakers sound pretty decent. I really like that JCM 800 model.
Fancy.
I kind of plugged it.
707's fancy. Ooh, we had an expression pedal on that one. The 505 was leagues behind that.
And I was like, yeah, this is what I want from something that's called a jam buddy. I don't really want to spend a whole lot of time tweaking. I just want to go, can I get something resembling a clean sound or a crunch sound? Yes. Can I press a button to magically turn into a lead sound? There's built-in effects. There's a relatively easy way to tweak this with the press buttons on there. I think the thing to consider with this is it worth paying the entry price for this, or is it worth paying slightly more to get, say, like a desktop style amp, or even to get a little modeler? I think if you wanted something specifically dedicated to headphones, it might be worth going that way. But if you want something that, yeah, you can just plug a guitar into, this would be a really good little backstage amp or something like that. And as you can see, my cats have remained a pair of croissants on here. So it's not like ear-splittingly loud or anything like that, which makes it pretty good for practice on there. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Big thank you to Joyo for sending me this so I can make a bunch of noise on here.
That's pretty cool. I'm sure like heaps of stuff's goofy about it, but it actually seems pretty good for what it does. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up soon. Next week, we're gonna do a Tone 3000 NEM focus capturing thing. So if you, I was gonna use the EVH Stealth 100 there for an amp. So if you want me to capture a different amp, let me know. Maybe I'll put a poll out there and see what people want to see. But I figured, you don't care, you just want free tones. So the Stealth is a great amp, so we'll dial in some stuff. I want to do that on stream, so we can dial it in on stream. Maybe if people have input, they can be like, nah, it's too bright. Because whenever you do NAM captures, people play them back and they're like, oh, this sounds weird. But if we start first, if we start at the source, so forget about capturing, we're just going to start with the amp and an IR. We'll find a good pair. Once we get that sounding sick, we'll do a NAM capture live. I'll upload it, download it, and then we can do like a live A/B. So we can see like the full quality of everything, and yeah, should be good, should be fun. I guess I'll do ToneX at the same time. We can compare. It's not really about that, but yeah, so many solutions these days, and you know, I've got all these amps here. Why not give out some free tones? Be a man of the people. Triple recto, man. I suspect that my triple recto needs a bit of love. I've been talking to Ed from Mirror Profiles. I think mine is like undergained. Like it sounds fine, but I really have to slam the input. And then we compared mine to another guy, Teps. When he listened to mine, he's like, man, the gain, like he looked at the settings that I had running, and he's like, yours should be like way more savage than what it is now. So it's not broken or anything, but I do need to test the tubes and stuff. So I would hate to do, sorry, it's got a bit of a dry throat there. I hate to do a bunch of recto captures just to find out that it's not in tip-top condition, and then I just have to go and do them again. I could just take it to someone. I mean, throwing money at problems is always a good thing, but I don't know, it's just effort. And you know, tubes ain't cheap, and it'll be a couple $100 just for them to take a look. So I'll give it a go, and once I get the recto up and running, the recto is like one of the severely underused amps that I have here, and it's probably also, never say never, but it would be one of the keepers. I just love the look of it and everything. So yeah, I'll skip the recto for now, but maybe the I'll put an amp list. I've got the 50-watt Ivory, the 100-watt Stealth, the Marshall JVM has tons, the Angle, that might be first on the chopping block to go, so I might use that a little bit more. Because man, we need to drum up some stadium money here. Stadium ain't cheap, and we're gonna fund that. But no, I want to get a bad cat link. So if I'm at the point now, if I get a new amp, one in, one out kind of thing. So yeah, maybe I'll look at the angle or the stealth. I don't know. I'll put a poll out there. We'll check it out. Enough Parkway for today. All right, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna wrap it up, and I'll see you around the same time next week. Still trying to fine tune the time, but yeah, we'll get the amp set up. We'll do some captures. I'll give the captures away, and yeah, thanks for tuning in. It's been fun, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.